Hi coaches, my name is Mr. Teng. I thought of doing a video to give you a brief introduction about ourselves, more background information about ourselves, and about how we came up with the math program. So here's just a quick overview about the people that you see who will be helping out right, in the PSLE success seminar. So first of all, of course, it's myself. My name is Mr. Teng. I have a math degree from NUS and I've been teaching this PSLE math, specifically problem sums for the past 10 years. Right? I'm also a current full-time math tutor. Next, you will probably also see Mr. Max. So he graduated with a business degree. I think it's from Monash University. He's also a current full-time math tutor and he has 8 years of teaching PSLE math problem sums. Right, and you also see Miss Zoe in one of the few days. For Miss Zoe, she was an ex-trainer who goes to school. She had a diploma in accounting. She's a current undergrad in finance and also the admin staff at Ace Chorus. So she's actually the one who made all the props, right? So now for this math program, what we are trying to achieve is actually to help the students improve. We are not trying to make them become genius PSLE math, like within a day suddenly they are able to do a lot of math questions. So I want to give you a quick overview or just a bit of a background on how this program can actually help a student. Now what I want to do is to give you a case study of two of my personal P6 students. So in this SA1, there's a mid-year exam that just passed, right? One of the students actually improved from fail to pass, and then the other one improved from 80 to from 80 to 95. So from these two profiles, you can see how exactly the math program can benefit the students that will be in your charge, under your charge in this holiday, right? So let me just give an overview of this. So you can see this in front of you. There's this fundamentals, problem sums, identified heuristics, and so on, right? So what exactly is this? This is actually the exponential math roadmap, the mastery roadmap that we have come up with together with Ready to Win. What's happening here is that for my student one is probably somewhere here, right? And then a student two is more like somewhere over here. So this is number 2, this is number 1. So how was I able to help this student from fail to pass? Is I focus on the fundamentals. And what do I mean the fundamentals? Things like fractions, equivalence ratio, linking ratio to fractions, and things like that. Okay, because after all, PSLE math is not impossible to pass, right? It's just that you have to focus on the fundamentals, and that is why in the math program that Mendaki and Ready to Win and us that we have come up with, we actually focus quite a bit on fundamentals. Now next is student number 2. So for student number 2, how did I help him improve? Now for student number 2 who is already at this point of the whole math mastery roadmap, what I had to do was to go through the different types of heuristics with him, and then I help him to remember the solutions, right? So now I just want you to think about it. Now if for student number 2, what if for student number 2, all I did was to focus on the fundamentals? Do you think he will be able to improve from 80 to 95? Right? So the answer is no. And what I want to stress is that if a student is already at this part, we will not be going through the fundamentals. And at the same time, look at student number 1. Now, if student number 1, if I were to push him all the way to here, and I keep banging on the heuristics and all this when he wasn't able to do any of the fundamentals, do you think he's even able to pass, right? So the answer is no. So what we want to do is to be able to identify the state at which the student is at this point of time, and then after that help them administer the correct so-called medicine, the thing that they need to do, and then help them through in their math studies. And that is why Ready to Win has come up with a very good program. Now the idea is the passport idea is a very good solution to help you identify whether a student is he weak in fundamentals, or is he weak at the identifying heuristics, or he cannot remember the solution and things like that. Okay, so the passport program is something that's very useful. Now the other thing that we will be going through is that for the entire program that's coming in this June, there's actually two groups of students. We actually have the P5, and then the other group is the P6 students, right? So for two different groups, we'll be having two different sets of things that we'll be getting them to do. All right, so that is all for this first video, just to show you about this exponential growth. And the first thing you need to do is to be able to find out exactly where the students are, fill it into the passport, give them the feedback, so they will know exactly what they need to do. That's all.